Hey everyone, Tyler here with Basement Wargaming. We're bringing you another Basement Bat Rep. Today we have Tyranids vs Eldar, 1750 points, and we'll be rolling on Altar of War or Eternal War mission, so we'll be playing either or. So let's start out our Bat Rep here and take a look at my 1750 points of Tyranids. So taking a look at the Tyranids here, I kind of went with a bit more variety than what I normally do. So I got the Flying up front with the Devourers. I brought a Tervagon as an HQ, had a bit of success playing in a couple of games the night before with it, and two troop choices of Termagants. I got 15 in the gray ones there and 12 in the red, and I brought 3 warriors for some synapse. They actually have Devourers there, and he does have a Barb Strangler, so ignore the Despitters. And 2 Biovores, Exocrine, and then the Tyrannofex. Really been enjoying this guy. An elite slot, so I brought 2 more Zoanthropes than I normally do, so I thought I'd mix that up. 3 Hive Guard and 3 more Zoanthropes. 20 Gargoyles, as I got the unit finished finally, and my work in progress Crone. So he's about done there, but should have him done for next week. But taking a look now at my psychic powers. So starting out, we'll take a look at the Hive Tyrant. See what I can get here. So really hoping for Catalyst here in Paroxysm. So 6 Warp Blast. So, not quite what I wanted. I debated on Dominion, but I figured, yeah, why not? Let's stick with the Warp Blast. And the second power, I got Onslaught. So, not the best powers you want on a Flyer, but what can you do? So, rolling for the Tervagon. Paroxysm, pretty good. Definitely can use the Tervagon in his buffing role then. Or buffing, debuffing, I should say. First Zoanthrope Brood, this one is the Brood of 2, and that is the Horror. So, then the debate again, should I take Dominion, should I not? In hindsight, again, I really should have had Dominion, but you can't predict these things. But definitely, I think Dominion's something I'm going to consider if I don't get Catalyst on Zoanthropes now. So, on the other one, 4 as well. So now let's take a look at the Eldar list, 1750 points.
Hello, we have 1750 points of Eldar here. We have 8 Wraith Guard with a Spirit Seer in there. This guy's being proxied as a Wraith Seer. 8 Warp Spiders, 2 units of 10 Dire Avengers with Exarch and Shimmer Shield and Power Weapon, 2 units of 10 Guardians, each have a Star Cannon weapon platform, and each one has 2 Warlocks with them. 1 Wraith Lord with a Scatter Laser or 2 Bright Lances, sorry, and then the Wraith Seer has a D Cannon. And Crimson Hunter here, just playing with 2 Right Lances, and we have a unit of Swooping Hawks. So yeah, there's 6 Swooping Hawks there to get the big blast. So yeah, 1750 points of Eldar. Alright, we're gonna roll for powers for my guys. My Spirit Seer here has Voice of Twilight and Destructor Renewer. And my first Warlock rolled Protect Drinks, and then the second Warlock rolled Conceal. And I'm not exactly sure how the Wraith Seer powers work. There's 3 options there. I'm not sure if I have just all 3 options throughout the game or I choose one, but if I choose one, I'm just going to take it.
So now that we got the army list out, we're going to go ahead and roll for the mission. So the way we're doing this, 1 to 2 is the Eternal War, and 4 to 5 is going to be Eldar Altar 4, and 5 to 6 is going to be Tyranid Altar 4. So it's Tyranid of Altar War. So we'll roll now and see what mission we're actually playing. So we're going to re-roll 1 because we did that last week and we want to try something else. And it's number 2, which is Wave Assault. So this should be fun. Haven't really read this one over too much, but from what I've read, it sounds pretty good. So going over the overview of the actual mission itself, there's 4 objectives. Placed 3 down the middle of the table, then 1 about 6 inches from the center one towards the Tyranid board edge. And the edge here is the Eldar board edge. We actually rolled and I got to pick which edge was the Eldar edge because it could have been the opposite one. And the 3 other table edges are the Tyranid deployment. Now the only secondary objectives are Slay the Warlord, so there's no First Blood or anything like that. So I definitely kept that in mind. I was a little bit more flexible with a couple units and didn't care so much if I lost a bit right away. But roll for night fighting, and there is night fighting. So now we're going to go ahead and take a look at the Eldar deployment. So Eldar deploy first. The Tyranids break themselves up into 3 separate waves, and then they come out randomly. You roll randomly, see which wave comes each turn. So we got the Wraith group in the middle there, the Guardians in the back, Mary Train, and the Avengers in some woods. And it's automatically Tyranids' first turn. The Eldar can't seize in this mission. So the waves I have set up, I broke up into 3 waves, kind of a heavy wave right here with the Hive Guard, Exocrine Tyranofex, and over here I got kind of my winged fast wave, and then I kept the Termagant to the Tervigon. Probably wasn't a good idea, seeing as how the Synapse backlash is 12 inches now. But anyway, rolling to see who's who. 3 to 4 was the Termagant unit. So I decided to move the Tervigon on right towards the objective in the middle there. I figured I could get the Gaunts out and spawns into some and just kind of hold that objective there. I mean, with the other waves coming and with the amount of cover I have in here, I should be able to stay alive theoretically. So I just kind of moved them up, roll spawn some Gaunts. I got 9 of them, so no doubles, so that's good. I can definitely be pumping out more Gaunts next turn. So they came out. Then I'm just going to run forward the rest of my Gaunts because honestly with this wave I got, there's not too much I'm going to be doing offensively at all. So all the Gaunts just kind of shuffle forward, sending those ones up the middle because I just want to get the objectives. Gotta play the objective game. Being that I'm broken into waves, my Synapse is broken up, it's going to be a bit harder. So now it's Eldar turn 1. So we got all the Eldar powers being dished out, 4+, feel no pain, the cover save bonus, and all that junk. So now we got the Wraith Lord moving, or sorry, the Wraith Seer and the Wraith Lord jumping behind. The rest of the Wraith units just kind of shuffling around, getting ready to maneuver towards wherever Tyranid threat is. So now we got the Star Cannon taking some shots at the Gaunts. Manages 1 hit, or 2 hits, sorry. 2 wounds. I do get my cover save from night fighting, and I make 1. So 1 Gaunt goes pop. So now the Wraith Seer runs forward. Now this is a part that really screwed me over. I didn't realize his D weapon was Barrage. The Tervigon was behind a lot of cover there, so I figured even if it was Blast, I'd be fine. So then he rolls a Scatter. Scatter's like 2 inches, so it is a hit. I'm rolling to wound, and this is instant death on a 6, and it's a 6. So probably the worst possible outcome could happen, and we couldn't decide if I had a cover save or not. I don't know how that works for Raj, so my opponent just said yeah, get a 6 up, but didn't make it. Now the Synaptic Backlash. So as you'll see, mass Gaunt casualties here. Lost a ton from the red squad, actually just enough from the red squad to force morale. And the front squad, yeah, as you can see there, so lost a couple there. Front squad lost a ton, there's only 2 left. The other squad takes a fair amount of wounds, rolling saves. I made 2 saves, so it's not bad. I only lost, I think, yeah, 3 of them there, so not enough for morale for them, so that's good. But I did lose Synapse, and with new charts, this is going to be rough. So morale for these guys, they fail, and they are gone. So that is 1 group of Gaunts gone, and the other 2, they actually pass. So that's good, and the other group, they're good because they meet the requirement for a morale check. So now Tyranids turn 2, so I gotta make something big happen here. So 1 to 2 for the heavy group, and 4, 5, 6 for the other flyer group. So heavy group's coming in. So I'm hoping to inflict heavy casualties here, so I'm sending the Exocrine with the Hive Guard and the 3 Zone Throws, hopefully to try and weaken the Wraith group. I'm not too worried about the rest of the Eldar force, just being that I think I should be able to handle them. And the Warriors and the Tyranofex come on the other side after the Dire Avengers. So instinctive behavior test. The big group fails, and I roll out 2, so they're running. I needed like 3 inches not to go off the board, and of course I get 6, double that. So they're gone. Now these 2 actually fail me instinctive behavior, but I get a 6, so they get stealth, and then they're just gonna run into the cover. So at least I'm holding that objective. So the Exocrine's going to take some shots in at the Wraith group. So I roll, scatters quite a bit. I do clip 1 Wraith there. So roll to wound him, actually get the wound, and he gets his feel no pain. Or sorry, his cover save and feel no pain, and he makes that, so no one's dead there. So we'll interrupt Truck Crast, Warp Blast in there, and they peril. Well, not peril, but they failed the check, I guess. Hive Guard takes some shots at the Wraiths here. Really gotta get this guy down. The 4 up feel no pain's helping him. So he fails both his saves and his feel no pain now. 6 up, and nothing. So that's 2 wounds on the Seer. So now the Tyranofex goes to roast the Dire Avengers over there. and that fires the Stinger Salvo as well, so gets a lot of wounds. Then these ones ignore cover from the Flamer, and he does have a 5-up inmo from the X-Arch, so rolls for them. Fails quite a few of them, so a bunch of Dire Avengers down. Then we have the Warriors firing in, see if they can finish them off. So Barb Strangler fires first, actually scores a direct hit, which I never do with that weapon. And then I'm rolling for the Devours now. I just rolled them all together because he's still going to get his 4-up save either way. Rolls, and just enough to finish off the last of the Dire Avengers. So pretty good turn for the Tyranids there. I cleared out the other side of the table. So now Eldar rolling for reserve. So Warp Spiders, Dire Avengers coming in. Swooping Hawks are not, and the Crimson Hunter comes in. So the Warp Spiders come in. They score a direct hit, so they don't scatter. They just land exactly where they should, right there, trying to head off the Tyranids and the Warriors. The Crimson Hunter comes over to hunt them down, and the Elder powers continue. Although one Morlock does peril and kill himself, but the power does go off. I think it's just a cover. And the Wraithseer heals. So that's not good. So the Dire Avengers move over to try and assess the tune of threat that appeared on the board here. The just a Wraith force right there. All the Guard, Seers, and Lord come over. And then the Warp Spiders, that's what they're called. They do their battle focus, shoot at the Tyranids. So they get for a lot of hits, seeing what they can do for wounds. Actually manage 1 rend, and then 4 wounds. So I fail 1, so Tyranids drops down to 4 wounds. So definitely could have been worse there, but I'm happy with that. The Crimson Hunter fires at the Warriors. Hits with all of them, and yep, as you could have guessed, squish. So that was pretty bad. So I lost synapse on that side, but I still got another wave coming in. And the Dire Avengers battle focus. Get some shots off at the Zoanthropes. So shooting in, a lot of hits, rolling the wound, a lot of wounds. So I got a total of 8 saves to make. So the first group failed 2 of them, so that's 1 Zoanthrope down. Next group, 2 more. So only 1 left. Now the Wraithseer fires his blast in at the Exocream, but that's off the table. And then the Wraith Lord with his Bright Lances fires at the Zoanthrope, but fails to wound him. So then the Guardians fire with their Star Cannon into the Zoanthrope. So they actually manage a wound. And we'll see if I save that. And boom, another save. So Zoanthrope units holding the Synapse together over there, and the other Star Cannon fires over at the Exocream. Manages a wound, but I don't make my 5-up save since shooting through a unit, so Exocream drops 1. So now we got the, we forgot to do the Warp Spiders battle focus, so I just let him move them there, and then he's just going to do their warp jump move. So they jump away, hoping to get away from that Tyranids and whatever else might come up there. So now it's time for Tyrands Turn 3. So I got my next wave coming in. Really hoping for a lot of damage here. So the Hive Chrome flies in. I know it looks a bit farther than it should, but I just couldn't set in the tree, so we agreed just to place him there. So I get 4 hits with Vector Strike, 3s to pen, and only 2 pens. And I roll Weapon Destroyed, so it blows up the Pulse Laser and snapshots for him. So the Flyrant comes in now over to try and help against these Wraiths, yeah, Wraiths. Who's playing Wraiths, as you can tell. Gargoyles come in front of the Bivores to screen them, hopefully just block off the Dire Avengers there, and the other 2 Zoanthropes come over on the other side of the table just to restore Synapse and ensure that I can do the most damage possible with my turn effects. And the Gaunts actually pass their instinctive behavior, so that's good. So the Zoanthrope here just moves over a bit to ensure he's got a good Synapse bubble. Hive Guard move into behind the canister there, and the Tyranids moves forward, getting ready to try and roast those Dire Avengers. So then the Bivores take a risky shot in at the Dire Avengers here, and actually scatters a bit and scores a direct hit, so I can place it where I want. A lot of wounds, so a bunch of saves going. Now he's rolling 6 at a time, and he fails a couple, then 3 more, because he does have his X-Arch, who has the 5-up save. So he fails Lookout Sir, passes a save, fails Lookout Sir, and fails the save. So it leaves 1 Dire Avenger left, which is bad. Then the Gargoyles fire in. Actually, we forgot to do his pinning check, but it was one model. It's no big deal. Gargoyles fire in at the Guardians, hoping to get a few of them out, maybe make them run. So actually get a fair amount of wounds, but he does get his 4-up cover because he's in the runes there. So rolls and fails a couple of them, so it's a few of the Guardians gone. The Gaunts here run, just trying to get them over a bit closer towards my Synapse creatures, just that way don't have to do any more of those stupid behavior tests. Exocream fires, gets a direct hit. He did stay still too, so his ballistic skill went up, but didn't come into play. So he needs 3s to wound, and gets 4 wounds. They get their feel no pain 4-up, so managed to kill 2 of them. And the Hive Guard takes some shots at the Race here, hoping just to wear him down. 2 saves and passes both. So this guy's definitely going to be tough to deal with. Flyer figures he'll take some shots. Can't see enough of anything else to make it worthwhile shooting at the Wraith Guard. And with his Twin Leap, gets all hits and 6s to wound, and only managed 2. Too bad the first roll, wasn't it? A couple 6s there. But fails a save, but he does get his Feel No Pain. And nope. So that drops the Wraith Lord down 1 more, so he's back down to 2 wounds. And the Zoanthrope's Zoanthrope tries to shoot at the Wraith Guard with its blast, but he parals, takes a wound. So the other Zoanthropes try and Warp Blast the Spiders. They pass, he fails to deny. And I place it right on the first Warp Spider there, and it scatters way off. And the second blast, that's a direct hit. So at least I'll get 3 of them. And I need 3s or 2s to kill them, and I get 2 of them. So the Tyranid effect fires in, there's 5 of them I get, and then I fire my Stinger Salvo as well. And I manage a couple hits, 2s to wound, so you're going to get the 3 up anyway. I rolled them all together. So rolling his saves, he fails just 1 of them, but that is enough for morale, so we'll see if I can get lucky. Figure the Crone may as well get rid of that Guardian squad, so prevent it from getting grounded or anything. So it fires in and roasts all of them. Needed 2s to kill all of them. I actually got all of them under the template. So that goes, there goes that Guardian squad. And morale for the Warp Spiders, and they fail. So they're off the board because they're against the board edge. So that couldn't have gone better for me. So the Dire Avengers passed their test, and now it's time for Eldar Turn 3. So pretty good turn for the Tyranids. Definitely hit the Eldar back after the loss of the Turbigon. And the Swooping Hawks come in, they don't scatter, so they drop in behind the Biowars. And of course they drop their bomb there. So I'm really hoping this scatters off, but it direct hit because they are a ballistic skill 4. So 8 hits in total I think it was, and 3s to wound because it's strength 4, and it is a blast, so it comes from the fire, and quite a few Gargoyles hit it. Then the powers are all going off, rolling for that 4-up, and the healing powers and whatnot, so gets them all off, and the Wraith Lord goes up again. So now he casts the, I can't remember what power it is, Jinx I think. It lowers my armor save by 1 of the Biowars, and I failed to deny, so their save's now 5-up, which is pretty bad. Crimson Hunter flies forward, turning to get some shots off at the Flyrant. Then he goes to battle focus his Wraith Guard, but he has enough 3 in range, so he rolls to hit. All hit, and 6 is the instance kill, and he gets 2 of them. Dang. Those Wraith have been quite the trouble for me this game, so that blows away the Exocream. So now the Wraith Lord runs forward, and I completely forgot they have flamers, so a lot of forgetfulness on my part this game against what I was playing, so I think that was one of my huge downfalls, and he roasts a ton of gargoyles. And then he fires sorry, that was the Dire Avenger there, just his 2 pot shots in, and then the Guardians fire in, hoping to finish them off, because then that means the Swooping Hawks can fire at the Biowars. So he needs 6 5s and 6s, and he gets just enough for 7 of them. So kills away the Gargoyles. So now the Swooping Hawks are free to fire at the Biowars. They fire in, get lots of hits, and again they need 6 5s and 6s, and he rolls just enough. So that eliminates the Biowars. So a lot of damage to the Tyranids this turn. Crimson Hunter snap fires in at the Flyrant, manages to hit, fails to wound, but I do take my grounding test, and I stay in the air. So the Wraith Seer fires his D-weapon barrage blast into the zone throat, but wounds, and I pass my aimball. So looking good there. So a lot of damage, but Tyranids definitely hopefully can pull it together and come back. So thanks for watching part 1 here. Stay tuned for part 2, which will finish off the game. Wave attack is definitely a little bit tougher for the Tyranids splitting up, but it's a really fun game. It's actually a lot closer than it looked. So stay tuned to see the results. Please subscribe, and thanks for watching.